All right. Greenbrier West High School head coach Joe Robertson, defending state champion Class A Coach Robertson. We always try to emphasize that state championship trophies don't roll around every year for everybody. So just kind of give me a slight reflection on last year. I mean, you felt like you had a pretty good team last year, and it's a historic team.
Yeah, we had been building up to that. I think for a few years we've been getting better every year. We had a few girls last year started several years, had a lot of good experience. We lost a few the year before with a lot of experience, but we filled in those spots pretty well. And it was a good year. It was a long year. We went an extra month over all the other classes, but through that month, I had everybody showing up, even the JV girls showing up so we could practice, had enough scrimmage, came every day, all through Thanksgiving break into December. And, the girls, they did a good job staying focused through that time, I think. We tried to make things fun for them some,
Right.
but we also stayed focused, and they were ready for it, and we went down there and had some good competition. There were several teams down there good enough to win that thing, and we just came out on top.
This year, as always, it's a new year, similar group, but a new group. You lost three really quality players, basically three first-team All-Staters last year.
Yep.
They were that type of quality players.
Yep.
And so what's kind of the prospect for this group?
Well, like I say, last year we lost even three players. That was 10 years of experience. And it's kind of funny, I was thinking last night about that. And the year before we lost 10 years of starter experience too. So they did a good job last year. We've got a couple seniors here this year that have played for the last couple of years, started some. So we don't have quite the experience, but we got an experienced setter come back. Maddie, she's a junior. We have Ava Price and Brooklyn Atkins who played last year. They're seniors. They're going to give us a lot of leadership out there. Super athletes, give you 100% all the time. We got a new one came in, Briley Redden, that hadn't played since her freshman year. I think she's going to contribute some. My two freshmen that played last year in states, Kaylee Martin and Presley Shrewsbury, they're sophomores this year. They bring a whole year's experience in. And we've got several other girls that played some last year. We've got a great bunch of athletes. One thing I've got is girls I can put at 2 or 3 positions, and they do pretty well at all of them. That's nice to have, but now I've got to figure out the right spot to put them as a team. So that's what we've been working on, through our flex days this summer, and working on now. And maybe working on in through September.
It's going to kind of be a work in progress.
It is.
A little bit.
Last year we had Presley hitting outside halfway into September, and then we had a tournament that Ava couldn't make it. So I was like, well, who we put in the middle? And Presley said, I'll do it. So I said, well, let's try it. And she loved it. It worked well for us. It made her offense a little different than what it had been, and it worked well for us and turned out pretty good in the end. So yeah, we're going to be taking some different rotations, even from one game to the next and one night to the next. We're going to be looking at different things and different girls.
The girls that's come back from that team last year, do you see more of a confident in them now?
Yeah, and I'm trying to remind them that now we've got a little bit of a target on our back maybe for some teams. We had the rules meeting there Monday night, and several coaches there congratulating me that I hadn't talked to you and stuff, but several also asked me if we had open dates and we wanted to come play stuff. So, it's competition is sparse somewhat in the state, especially in single A, so we got to go play these double and triple A's and a couple quad A teams. We're going to Work County for a dual or for a quad. We're going to Ravenswood for a quad. We're going to Hoover for a try. I think A1 will pay back from when we beat them at Buffalo last year. That's fine. And I told these girls, we're going to have everybody coming after us.
Right.
So yeah, they're focused, and we're trying to have fun. I'm not a hardcore, strict, not have fun coach. These girls play better when they're having fun and playing loose, and that's what we try and do.
Do you feel like this team has the ability to? I feel like it can get back to the
Yes,
state
I
tournament.
definitely do. We're going to look a little different when we look last year. We kind of rode our two middles last year, Paige and Presley. They were the focus of our offense. I think our offense is going to be a little more balanced this year. It's not a bad thing. We're not going to have a stud quite like those two, but we're going to have several real good hitters up there. And we're going to spread around more. It makes the defense a little bit tougher against us, maybe. That's what I'm hoping. And I told our girls our defense is even going to have to be better. I think it improved last year from year before. I think it's improved every year for the last several years, but this year's going to have to be better. So,
all right, Joe Robertson, Class A state champions, Greenbrier West High School.